Hello and welcome to this quick demonstration video. In about 7 minutes, I'll show you the entire collection. My name is Noel Murphy. I'm a film director, just now in post-production on a film on Buckminster Fuller. This is our archive used for the film, but also it was presented at the Museum of Art and History in Santa Cruz, California, in a presentation there. So this is an actual museum collection. This is Life magazine's Dymaxion World, which was very interesting in that it encapsulated Bucky's work and led to a whole future of the Dymaxion brand. So this is an original from Life magazine and called Buckminster Fuller's Dymaxion World. Next is a sign from the original 4D transport plant in Bridgeport, Connecticut, where Dymaxions 1, 2, and 3 were built. This is a first day of issue of Buckminster Fuller, first day of issue stamp and envelope. This is Synergetics. There's no actual, it's just a copy of Synergetics for reference. Here is a copy of Steve Seiden's book, A Fuller View, which was actually a gift for our collection directly from the author. Here is Car Life magazine, which is a follow-up of the article done about the find of Dymaxion car number 2, Buckminster Fuller's invention. Here is pictures from the National Automobile Museum in Reno, Nevada. So this is in very good condition, very rare. This is Emi, the artist in Japan. This is her framed glass drawing of Dymaxion, number 3. Now again, here's Car Life magazine in 1968 when Dymaxion was first discovered. They didn't have a feature article about it. And here is the shape that the car was actually found in. These are originals. This is an original magazine, very rare. This is the article Jay Baldwin did, which really set the record straight as far as the history of the vehicle, and no one had written about Dymaxion in quite a long time. So again, that's very rare. Even Jay doesn't have a copy of this, so you will. This is just a copy of Robert Snyder's book on Buckminster Fuller, which we use for reference. This is the only item that is broken up in its pages for filming. Here, from the courtesy of the Bridgeport Library, are the original releases on the Dymaxion in 1933. Here's the Elton John issue of Rolling Stone magazine featuring Buckminster Fuller. Here is Bucky Says It's Going to Be All Right. So these are all originals. Next one is from 1934. This is an original snapshot. It's a press photo that was not reproduced. So we are using this in the film. And here are the explanation on the back. It was 534. And that was part of his campaign. Our Buckminster Fuller Day, July 12th, his birthday in Santa Cruz, California. Here's an original mayor's proclamation signed by the mayor of Santa Cruz. People magazine, Bucky's birthday in 1980, where John Denver and Werner Erhard threw him a party at WinStar. And again, it's very rare, even rarer to have all of these in the same place. But we're making a feature-length film, so of course we're going to have these things. Here is the original. It's a copy of the original invitation for the release of the Dymaxion automobile, July 1st in 1933, Bridgeport, Connecticut. Here is I don't know what the name is, but a rack of stamps here, untouched. Here's a copy of The World of Buckminster Fuller. It's a Robert Snyder production. It's a good film to keep an eye on. Here is a poster for Buckminster Fuller Live, a live show played by actor Noel Murphy. Here is the Dome, Hewlett and Buckminster Fuller Dome Home Special Edition, 1946 Reader's Digest, which contains an article about new housing. And this is, of course, right in the middle of the Beechcraft project. So it was a pretty big deal, very exciting for a lot of people. This is the bow tie and glasses worn by actor Noel Murphy on stage in London for all of the sold-out shows there. This is from Spain, an actual gift from Luis Galeano. This is the program for the Spaceship Earth exhibition in Madrid. This was given to me by Luis Galeano there. Here's the original Honda ad with Buckminster Fuller in 1970. This is the original. It's not a reproduction. The original Time magazine, Buckminster Fuller made the cover in 1964. You can see there are a few interesting things inside here. The Dymaxion house, the original Dymaxion house of the 3 different Dymaxions, and pictures of Bucky working with his math. David Bloom's Alcohol Can Be a Gas, which was the foreword was written by Buckminster Fuller. David was one of Bucky's prize students and is now working with the Mexican government for biofuel, and it's a signed edition. Here is a copy of Bucky Works, autographed by J. Baldwin. So these materials were all used for the film, and most of this stuff came to us from the authors themselves. So here's a copy of Bucky Works, J. Baldwin's Bucky Works. This is the first edition of Dymaxion Car, Norman Foster on Ivory Press. I actually purchased this in Spain at Ivory Press at the Spaceship Earth exhibition, and at that time there were only 1,100 in print, and they all sold. This is the original button to get into the biosphere, the biodome in Canada at the Montreal exhibition in 1967. It's an original, unscratched, beautiful condition. Here's a first edition Tetra Scroll. This was Bucky's way of describing to his daughter in well, I'm not sure what year, but he wanted to describe to his daughter Einstein's theory of relativity, special relativity. She was 4, and he wrote Tetra Scroll. Now, this is probably the crown jewel of the collection, a original signed first edition 9 Chains to the Moon. And that's Bucky's first book. This is a piece of wood from Waterhouse, where Dymaxions 2 and 3, the coachwork was done in Webster, Massachusetts. Again, here's the cover of Tetra Scroll. It's a first edition of Tetra Scroll. This is a piece of Dymaxion Car number 2, which can be authenticated by Crothwaite and Gardner in Buxted, England.